Hello darlings, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the part 2 of Bikaner and I want to start by sharing this folk tale that I came across at the Camel Museum. It's the story of Dhola-Maru, which is believed to be true. I don't know if it's true or not. I wasn't alive at that time, but so this is the story of Dhola-Maru, and this is a folk tale, as I already mentioned. So there's no proof of it to be true, but I found it very interesting, so I want to share it with you all because I'm a firm believer of the fact, if it's a fact, you cannot have an opinion on it. I mean, you can have an opinion on a fact, but your opinion will not change it. Coming back to where we started, that's an inside joke. Inside only me and nobody will get it. What was I saying? Okay, so coming back to the story of Dhola-Maru. The reason why I want to share this story is because I believe that more than fridge magnets and souvenirs that you buy from a place, you take stories back with you. When you visit a place, when you take a trip, the stories are the thing that linger in your mind on a broader perspective rather than the materialistic things that you can get. So let's get started with the story. It's a lovely story, by the way.
Long ago, there was a prince named Dhola who lived in the kingdom of Narwar near Gwalior, and a princess named Maru who lived in the kingdom of Pugal, which is near Bikaner.
They both belonged to royal families of their respective kingdoms, and in those days it was very common for children to be married very young. So their families fixed a marriage for them, but this was only a promise for the future, and they remained in their own kingdoms meanwhile. Years passed after that, and Maru grew into a beautiful, graceful young princess, and she sat every night on the royal palace terrace. And she looked at the moon and she thought of the husband she was promised. But here is where things get crazy, because Dhola did not know about the wife he had. He was completely unaware of the fact, and I think this is where the plot comes in. And this is where fate turned cruel to them. Dhola was married again to another princess called Malavani, and he was completely unaware of the fact that Maru was waiting for him. So while Dhola was married to another princess, he had a wife of his own and lived happily with her. Maru kept waiting for him. And then one night, Maru saw Dhola in her dream, and he looked lost, like someone who's calling for help. So she understood the fact that Dhola has lost his way to her. He does not know that she exists, and so she decided that she's going to remind him of her existence, of the promise that they made to each other long, long ago. Technically the promise that their families made to each other, but then she loved him. So she started sending letters to him and messages to him. But Malavani, who was Dhola's current wife, she blocked every message, every letter that Maru sent, because she was jealous and clever, and also because she was Dhola's wife, so I can't blame her at this. But Maru here did not surrender. And this is where the genius idea pops into her head. Maru contacted the Dandis, who were the wandering folk singers, whose songs were so strong that they could pierce even stone hearts. So she contacted them, she called them, and she told them that go to Narwar, go to Dhola, sing and convey my message. But she did not say it like that. She just said it like a princess. I'm not a princess, so I can't act like one. And so the singers went to Dhola's kingdom and conveyed Maru's message. These songs were not just music. Dhola heard these ballads every day from his palace. At first, he tried to ignore them, but then the words began to dig in his heart like arrows. And then one night, he woke up sweating. It felt like he had understood everything. It felt like the desert wind was whispering to him, "She's your real queen." And so he took a decision that changed 3 lives forever: his life, Malvani's life, and Maru's life. He said to himself, "I will bring Maru home." I think it's kind of misogynistic that Maru's home is Dhola's home and not her father's home or the place she grew up in. But let's just focus on the story for now. It feels kind of unfair for Malvani because it's not her fault and she just got married and she did not know about the family's ancestral promise. But let's just focus on the story for now. And that very night, Dhola left for Pugal with just one camel. He just left alone. He did not take his royal army, any men, horses, elephants, no royal processions, no fancy decorative gold jewelry, kaju katli. He just left alone. He left like a man who was being called by his destiny. That feels like a book. I'm sorry. And after the royal prince traveled in harsh conditions for many days, he finally reached Pugal and met Maru. And when Maru saw him, that heart which had been burning like the desert sun finally found peace. And without any fear, she asked him, "Did you come back because people pushed you, or did you come back because you finally remembered your promise?" And he said to her, "I came back because I understood everything. I came back because I cannot live without you." And then she mounted the camel and then they left together. I know the story sounds so bizarre. It sounds like something that couldn't be possible. It sounds unfair to so many people. It sounds unfair to Malvani, the wife who did nothing wrong. It sounds unfair to Dhola, who has 2 wives now. And it is unfair to the camel who carried Dhola because uski kya galti hai. It's unfair to Malvani's family because now their daughter is the other woman, or the first wife, maybe. Maru is the other woman. No, Maru was there from the starting. Malvani is the other woman. So it's unfair to so many people. But then it's a folk tale. It's a love story. And it doesn't have to make sense. Sometimes it doesn't have to make sense. It is what it is. And that is all about it. So I liked the story. The practical side of my brain did glitch at certain parts. But you just have to, sometimes you just have to understand. Sometimes you can't, I don't know. Sometimes you can't control it. Sometimes you can't reason it. Sometimes you can't fight it. And that's about it. That's about it.